Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Money Mondays. I am Belinda Ray, the Director of Strategic Partnerships here at GPCOG. And I'm here with
Paul Johnson, the Director of Economic and Community Development at GPCOG. It's like you wake me up every single time we do this. Yeah, right.
I was just thinking, why have we never rehearsed that? I
Right.
don't know. It's been a year. Oh my God, that's right. This is actually 1 year
This is
today. I
1 year.
forgot.
Yay.
Yeah, Money Mondays, 1 year of Money Mondays.
And they said they said it would amount to nothing, Belinda. They said it couldn't happen,
And look at all this,
And look
look at all
at
this money. Look at all this money behind us. It's
well,
amazing.
before I get started, I teach one class at Shevers High School still, and last week was Teacher Appreciation Week. So, like any good teacher, I forced them to make me a teacher appreciation card.
Nice.
And here is one of my students. Oh, it's better this way. One of their cards that they made me, and she doesn't even know about Money Mondays. So the question is, has it traveled so far to my kids, and do I really look like that? Like
The
I
real,
have.
the real question is, how do I make that my background?
Yeah, right.
That's the real question.
It is on my refrigerator, and it
Oh
should
my
be in my
gosh.
refrigerator. So,
Well, that is absolutely fantastic. All right. Well, it's amazing also that I haven't gotten any better at sharing my screen over the course of an entire year. I don't know how that's even possible, but it's true. But there it is. Oh, that's not where we want to be though. Hold on. Oh my goodness. Happy anniversary, Money Mondays. Let's figure out what I'm doing here. Stuck on the wrong slide.
I'm patiently waiting. It's fine.
I know. I hope
Here, I'll
everyone's
show my money
patiently
again. Here,
waiting.
show the money. I mean, the coloring in the face
Oh,
is pretty spot on. So
it
I think
really is.
we're,
Yes,
yeah.
they got your it's saying screen sharing failed to start. Never had that happen
Well, let me
before.
see. I can try to see if I can do it. How's that sound?
Yeah. Um, don't know why. One participant can share at a time. Yep. Oh wait, here it's working for me,
You
Paul.
got it?
It's
Okay,
working now.
cool.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Okay, there we go. Finally. Thanks for your patience, everybody. Paul,
Here we
take it
go.
away.
Because we're celebrating our 1 year anniversary here on Money Mondays, it just so happens the Maine Funding Network is also celebrating its 1 year anniversary. And so I believe I gave a presentation on this probably months ago. But it is worth repeating, A, because they're 1 year old, and B, because it is, I think it's going to be more useful than ever for small businesses. For those of you that don't know, next slide, Belinda. The Maine Funding Network is essentially spearheaded by FAME, the Finance Authority of Maine, and it is an effort to give a portal to small businesses to have one location, one form, one application for funding requests. Now, it's not perfect, but it's at least a very, very solid start. And the reason why this is so important for you and for me is number one, it's easy to remember. Their website's mainefundingnetwork.com. It makes more sense as a business owner to go to something that looks like a funding website than, let's say, some organization called GPCOG that nobody's ever heard of. Or Nancy Martin from the Portland Development Corporation. Sometimes it's hard to figure out how to get to Nancy. Not Nancy's fault. It's just business owners don't think about these resources. So this is a one-stop shop, so to speak. It's been around for a year. It's had some successes. It could certainly use more success, and that's why I am touting it today. And for you, it's instead of trying to explain who Paul Johnson is and what the heck GPCOG is, Maine Funding Network sounds right in somebody's brain. They go to it, they can fill an application, and then the rest kind of happens for them. In next slide, Belinda. The other important part, there is a ton of lenders behind the scenes here. I just put four that I work with all the time, right? So me, GPCOG, Portland Development Corporation, Nancy, CEI, Coastal Enterprise. It's not Institute. I always get it wrong. Incorporated. And lastly, Fame. So these are four lenders for businesses that are in Cumberland County, that if they fill out this one form, the 4 of these guys, and probably more, I'm just giving you the ones that I work with, right? So there's a bunch of lenders on the back end. But instead of business owners trying to figure out what the heck these 4 organizations are, they go to the Maine Funding Network. It's comfortable for them. They're already applying to a bank, or they're already kind of in the process. And at least now they can get their loan application behind the scenes to 4 places that are willing to give them money. Also, I can just speak for GPCOG. My money's a little bit dry right now, right? So I am saying no more than I usually have in the past, but I'm also trying to bring in partners and only do smaller parts of the deal. And this type of stuff, this helps. And as funding becomes more scarce and the resources become a little bit more confusing, it's important for us to do this for really who it benefits the most, which is the people on the ground and the business owners. So there's my pitch for the Maine Funding Network.
Excellent. Thank you, Paul. And I today want to talk about the T-Mobile hometown grants. This big pink box is a little blurb from their website. They are investing $25 million in 500 towns over 5 years. They kicked it off in 2021, and so it is happening through the end of 2026. So there's still a lot more awards out there to be awarded, so plenty of time to get in there and apply. Local governments are eligible, so most of our municipalities, also nonprofit groups. I say most of our municipalities because the focus here is on rural communities of 50,000 or less. So in our region, that's pretty much everyone except Portland. Sorry, Portland. The other piece here is that whatever you are looking to do with this funding, you have to own the site or have proof that you have permission to work on the site. The types of projects they want to do. So their focus, their T-Mobile, they want to connect your community. So they want you to create new or renovate old community spaces. Whatever you apply for should be shovel ready at the time of application, because they're looking at physical builds that can be completed within 12 months of receiving the funding. What they will not fund, they won't do the planning piece. They won't do your architectural and engineering plans. They won't pay general operating expenses for your organization or your community. And they obviously, this is true of everybody, they won't reimburse for work you've already completed. So none of those things. Some of the eligible expenses. So if you are doing construction, or installing something, the materials, the supplies, the labor for that, all eligible. If you're purchasing equipment, for instance, one of the awards they gave was outfitting like a vocational workspace. And so there was equipment people purchased in order to do that. Artist supplies and fees for engagement related to the project, also outdoor, indoor furniture. On that engagement piece, you are allowed, so it is focusing on the build, but you are allowed to spend up to 10% of the funds, and these are $50,000 grants, on activating the space. So if you have programming, if you finish this up and you have programming at the end, you're trying to bring people in and have a big event, you can use up to $5,000 for that. So some examples of past awards, in Fayetteville, West Virginia, the money helped them to build a permanent outdoor pavilion. In Calexico, California, they used the money to help upgrade technology for their water hoses. Eastman, Georgia, resurfacing outdoor courts for basketball, pickleball, and tennis. And then in Kingston, Massachusetts, they helped to replace furnishings and make the lobby of the library more ADA compliant. So these are all, you can see, things that help connect the community, bring people together, create opportunities for community growth. The key features here, it is a max of 50,000. They award 25 grants per quarter. So I'm going to skip right over to that deadline column with the hourglass. This one is due June 30th, and they notify within 60 days. The program runs quarterly through 2026. So every quarter, you could put in an application if you don't get awarded. I don't think they hold applications over, but that's something you could ask them. So there are many, many, many opportunities to apply for this $50,000. And here's the first one that you can do right now. So what you need to put in, I'm going back over to the checklist application materials. You need your plans, you need your budget, you need a timeline, you need to talk about the anticipated impact, who's going to benefit from this. You also need to demonstrate, and you can have up to 5 letters of support. Under review criteria, you need to demonstrate the need, why is this needed? And that's going to help you speak to your impact as well. Partners, they like when you have other partners engaged. And of course, it has to be feasible. This is a big thing. So if you apply for this one, they are anticipating awarding within 60 days. And so that means you'd need to finish it within a year. So August 31st, that's going to need to be ready to go. It's a 3 in difficulty. There's an online application. It's not very technical. There's plenty of time to complete this right now. And the focus here is on small placemaking opportunities. So next steps here, to go check out the website, review the application procedures. You do have to have an account with Main Street America, completely free, so that you can apply for this opportunity. And some of you might already have that. And since Main Street America is helping to vet the applications, you just might want to take a look at their website and see what their priorities are to make sure you're tailoring your wording, the way you're explaining things, so that you're fitting into this grant program. And this is a great picture from Bridgeton's on the 4th mural that they had a lot of community volunteers work on. This is exactly the kind of project that they would fund here. So I hope that is helpful. And that is all I have for today, our 1-year anniversary of Money Mondays.
I should have worn my party hat. Hey,
Yeah.
if anybody out there has any ideas, or if there's something that you would like featured here on Money Mondays, email us, let us know. And you guys could present it yourself, or we could do it on your behalf. We're completely open to it.
Yeah.
We always love more ideas. And thanks, Nancy. Thanks for the happy anniversary.
Thank you. Thanks, everyone. Have a great week. And we will, I'm not here next week. And the week after
Right.
that is Memorial Day.
Right.
Paul,
I
will
will
you?
pull something together for fun next week. We'll just do a
Okay.
quicker version, so that way we won't miss 2 weeks. So,
Okay. Excellent.
okay, cool.
So we'll see you soon. Enjoy your week. Bye, everybody.
Thanks, everybody.